Hey dreamers, I'm Bryce and I have no idea what my favorite Metallica song is. Could it be Escape? Let's find out using math. Cue the intro.
So Ted, give it to me now!
For the best Metallica song! Escape, this is track 6. There's only 8 tracks on this record, so we're almost done with the second record. I'm having a blast so far. I hope you're having a blast as well. This song is going to be graded today based on the following criteria. We have lyrics, instrumentation, composition, memorability, and emotional response. It's a 0 to 4 scale because if I don't like something, I want to give it a 0. If I really like it, it gets a 4. And of course, the grand total is 20 points. So let's see how Escape measures up. Let's get right into it. You know what? Actually, before we get into it, I want to say there's a lot of hate towards this song, or at least I perceive a lot of hate, especially from the band, because this song has been played a whopping 1 time live. And I'm so proud to say that I was there. I was present. I had my phone up in the sky, ready to watch, ready to record. The memory lives on in my heart. And I think that this song does much better live than a lot of their other deeper cuts. So I would like to humbly request more playings of this live. But of course, it seems like James doesn't like this one at all. So let's find out how it sounds on the record. Escape. Okay, so we start off with a bang. We got 2 snare hits. Then we got this dueling guitar solo thing. I think it's really, really cool. I love the sound of dueling guitars, and this especially has sort of a dark metal, sort of a like a castle-y vibe to it. I like it. I like dueling guitars. So kudos to starting it off with the dueling guitars. I know it's a little more laid back, but then this 4th time through, we got this nice drum fill. And I think that it's nice when drummers stop on that ba, the ba, do. I'm going to rewind just a little bit. I want you to hear this drum fill because he could easily go, but because he doesn't finish off with doubles like that, he just stops on the snare on like I think and it gives you like a pause before coming into the next riff. So I think that's really cool. Let's go back to it. Okay, this is really cool because we got the same riff. It's got that offbeat rhythm to it right at the end, right? You see this same pattern in the verse for Enter Sandman. That offbeat, but the drums are just going straight, and it isn't till the 4th time through that Lars emphasizes that hit with the snare and the cymbal. And this riff is also kind of alluding to the next part because we'll have the so this is like we're scaffolding, we're building up to the riff. We're starting at the bass, the chord, just the E or A or whatever key we're in, and then just adding those little offbeats, and then we're gonna start adding the little after that. Oh, cool. Okay, cool. So we have those toms the 2nd time through. And if you feel it, it went down. So let me see if I can remember this. It looks like we're in A. And then we go down to F sharp. So that's really cool. We're in A, we go down to the F sharp. And I don't know if this key is considered E or if it's considered A, but F sharp is still in that key. So it's just a different step in the scale. I want to call to attention the pattern of this verse because there's a really cool fill happening at the end of each line. that da 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 bunka. That bunka is on like the next measure. It's let me count it out. Let's see if we can find this. I'm gonna go back just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So it's 4 and 1E and let's call it count it again. It's a really cool da-da-da-da-da-da. Instead of having that downbeat on the 1 of the next measure, they're having a and 2. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It's a really cool pattern. And then after a couple of chunks of that, I think it's 4, there's a da-da-da-da-da. And those hits too, the da-da-da-da, they're not really, they're like, there's like a dotted note in there. It's not a straight 1 and or a 1E. It's like, it's really da-da-da-da-da. It's got kind of a jarring, it like jumps, it comes too early. It comes earlier than you expect it. And so that's really different. I like it. So now we're in the chorus, and there's one guitar is mostly just holding the notes. Da, da. The other guitar is following the lead. And you can hear them playing together. Really cool. I don't know what you think, but I think this is catchy as hell. I mean, I know that this kind of goes against what I was saying in the last song, where I don't like kind of down energy being matched with up music, but it's happy, it's bouncy. I don't know, I guess it's a little silly, but this one's catchy for me. This one's a lot catchier. When we were talking about Trapped Under Ice, it didn't have this, like, it was brighter than it needed to be, but in this case it actually feels good, right? It's the difference between feeling wrong for the song but being catchy, and feeling wrong for the song and also not being catchy. So it was a negative in the last song, but this song, it's kind of catchy. I like it. It makes me smile. It's corny. It's cheap. Like, I can admit it's corny, but it's catchy. He's still being macho too. Rock for my whole. Not a singer yet. Back to the main riff. It's a really cool rhythm. It's making me happy. I don't know why. It's silly. Maybe it's nostalgia, but it's just such a happy sound. I'm happy. I'm happy. No need to hear things that they say. Life's for my own, to live my own way. Okay, now we've been going pretty straight. Now we're gonna break it down before the solo. We're gonna have a new kind of new feel to the riff. I want you to pay attention to the hits in this song. We have it's 4, right? But and 2 and or 3 and 4 and whatever you want to count it. There's 4. But before the solo, we add just a couple extra hits to and that makes the nerd inside of me who loves rhythm theory very happy. Adding extra beats, extra measures, always thumbs up for me. So pay attention to that. Halftime Guild. Oh, it's after this. So call back to that other riff. See there, that extra bit. It's like, oh, it's just a little bit longer. Is it a 5/4 or is it 6/4? I don't know. Let's go back to it. But it wasn't on the 4. It was extended. I love it. This section of the solo, the rhythm guitar, has a different rhythm. This is a brand new part of the song. I don't think they've played this. Let's go back just a little bit. I forgot what, but you can hear the rhythm guitar started playing a main part, but then it changed. This is different. I like those emphases. We'll stop. Now we have the main riff, but the toms. And now we have the siren going. That main so whenever you bring back a riff from earlier in the song, you bring it back towards the end of the song, but you change something, like the drums playing something completely different. You add stops, you add some minor change to it, is just music to my ears, literally. And the fact that we were always we were playing straight on the drums, but now we're just thump, 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 just thunderous, booming toms. You got the low. He's got 2 floor toms. He's probably on both of them. Bum, 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 bum. It's like, oh yeah, this is really cool. Just the energy makes me so happy. And now we've got the siren going in the background. Somebody might be escaping prison. Escaping prison. You got the callback to the chorus. Oh my own, live my own way. Holding out the note, the guitar is still playing with the vocal. But you'll notice that this is a different key than the chorus, or a different step in the scale. This is not the same, like when they played the chorus is a lot brighter. This feels a little more minor, and that's, I think, intentional. It feels cooler, it feels more eerie here. I'd say before it felt hopeful, and now this one is like, maybe I'm not going to make it. And a fade out. Now, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of fade outs. I think you got to earn a fade out. And this song feels like it could use a solid ending. When they played it live, they did have a solid ending that was really cool. Well, obviously they end all their songs live, but it was a really cool ending live, and I would really appreciate to have an ending on the song on the record, but unfortunately it's a fade out, so we get what we get. It's a really fun song. I'm smiling. I'm having a good time. Maybe I'm biased, but I really enjoyed it. So let's get to the rating. Whoosh. Lyrics. What is this song about? I don't think it's super specific. It sounds a lot based on the siren at the end. They're probably alluding to someone who's in prison and wanting to escape. It also could be the chains of like reality. So maybe someone who's maybe not in a full mental state. I don't know how to best describe that, but maybe somebody that's in like an asylum. We see that pattern repeating in later albums. So it could be a psychological want to escape from depression or some other mental disorder. It could also just be a kid trying to get out of the house. Maybe the parents and teachers and the law are coming after them. But either way, it's about somebody wanting to get out. Lyrically, you look over every line and it is very kill 'em all. It does feel very amateur. I feel, again, that the front half of this record had the best of their best, so far anyway, and that we're kind of dropping off here at the end. So far. But lyrically, I don't think there's a whole lot to write home about. It's not the worst it could be, but it is kind of crappy. So knowing what's coming ahead, lyrically, I'm going to give them a 1. Instrumentation. These guys did a pretty good job on this song. There's also nothing super crazy to talk about. This is going to be probably the case for all of the songs. But I have to say that the riffs in this song are super, super catchy. I know we're not talking about memorability, but from an instrumentation perspective, it's really catchy riffs and that tend to stick. And I call that instrumentation. So a mixture of the thump of the drums towards the end, the added measure, the guitar riffs being really catchy. I don't know. I liked it. So I'm going to bump it up to a nice 3. Composition. Finally, we have a little bit of a change. It's not much of a change, but it is a change. Verse, chorus, bridge, solo, outro. There's no return to the chorus. They did a new ending. Mwah! Thank you. Finally, we've had so many verse, chorus, bridge, verse, chorus, outro, that not returning to the chorus, we allude to the chorus, but it's like a minor version of it, and it's just one line, so it's not really a return to the chorus. So having a different ending really matters. Also, that extra piece at the at the end of the build towards the chorus, or towards the solo, that extra little beat or couple of beats, plus the rhythm in the verses being so cool. It's really, really unique. So I love it. I'm happy about this composition. It's very catchy. I'm going to give it a 3. Memorability. I've been talking about how memorable some of these riffs are this whole time, so you'd think I'd give it a lot of points for memorability. However, I do have to say that there isn't a real good hook in the song except for the guitar. Like lyrically, there's not a lyrical hook. I know the chorus because I've heard it before, and because of the pride and happiness it gave me during the chorus, I have listened to it multiple times. So it's stuck for me. So it's kind of memorable for me. But if I step outside of myself and I was to be a first-time listener, I don't think there's a whole lot to remember to this song. So I can't really put it any which direction. So memorability gets a 2. Emotional response. You could tell I was having a good time while I was listening to this song. Again, I can't stop talking about how catchy it was. Made me smile during the chorus. I felt like dancing. This is the first Metallica song that really feels like a dance of some sort. And maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe that's not what you want in your metal. But I like having music move my body. It made me feel really good. So for emotional response, I'm going to give this one a 3. And so, Escape gets a grand total of 12 points, which is the 4th song to get 12 points. I think there's plenty more songs that are going to have that as well, so we're going to have a big old problem. So it is just now pushing out Anesthesia Pulling Teeth, so say goodbye to the bass solo. We'll miss you. But 9th place is pretty nice. The criteria I'm using to decide that it's not a tie is, first I'm looking at the composition points, and then I'm looking at memorability. And then I'm looking at emotional response, instrumentation, and then lyrics. And if all of those points, all 5 of them match, then it'll be a tie. But for now, 9th place, 12 points, Escape. And still up at the top is Ride the Lightning with 18 points. So that's what I've got for this song. Only 2 more songs to go for this record. Tell me what your score is in the comments below. How do you rate Escape? Do you like it or do you hate it? Do you think it's too corny and you hit skip every time? Or are you like me where you appreciate the deep cut and you wish they would play it more often? Let me know. Also, check out all that Midnight Notion has to offer. Not just my reviews about Metallica songs, but the original music and the cover songs. I got a lot of content on this channel. Check us out on iTunes, Spotify, the whole works, wherever you get your music online. And of course, hit that subscribe button so that you can be here tomorrow as we check out Creeping Death. Thanks for watching.